Hey, good evening, everybody. How you all doing? This your boy, Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Oh, yeah, man. Today is New Year's Eve, 2020, December 31st, 2020. And we here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as always, about to bring y'all some real-life game that really coincide with a video that I did the other day. But I'm gonna give y'all a real life example of how that bitch Mitch McConnell went and did some underhanded, sneaky, low down, dirty, backstabbing bullcrap to the American people. And guess what? Pretty much everybody in your Senate went along with what he did. Now, what Mitch McConnell did, of course you all know, a lot of people received their stimulus checks already, $600. Now let me give y'all a real life example of what really happened and how $600 ain't shit. I'm gonna give y'all a real life example from my situation. You all know that I've been having trouble with my car. Well, I'm looking forward to the stimulus check. You know, I'm gonna get this car fixed, get the car fixed. Got the car to the mechanic a couple of weeks back. Mechanic did a perfect job on the problem that I thought was wrong, which I couldn't drive because the ball joints had came loose. All right, bam, I wake up yesterday morning and realize that we had the $600 stimulus check already came out. So I'm happy in the mud. Man, I'm finna go get my car. I'm finna go get me some groceries. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. Make a long story short, that $600 was gone yesterday because there's a whole nother problem with the car. Right now, I'm doing this video in the car because I'm stranded at my brother's house. Coming to the grocery store, which after I paid the mechanic and all this and that, did all this extra stuff, you know, fill it up with coolant, change the oil, all this stuff. I'm already behind the 8 ball, $400. I'm like, damn, I only got 200 left. So now I'm gonna have to probably get it towed because even though it's running, it's like if once I put my foot on the gas, there's no power, no acceleration, nothing. I'm gonna be real, that $2,000 would have solved at least my transportation problem and part of my rent problem and part of my grocery problem. But let me show you what Mitch McConnell did. Now yesterday, or earlier today, they basically did not even bring the stimulus package, upgrading the stimulus checks to the American people. They did not even bring it up for a vote. You know how they managed to get by that? Mitch McConnell and a lot of your Democrats was basically in on the little scam, but they tied the fact that Donald Trump wanted $2,000. A lot of your Democrats said, let's give him $2,000. Mitch McConnell tied that vote on the $2,000 stimulus package, which should have been a standalone bill. Keep in mind of that word, standalone, that phrase. It was supposed to have been a standalone bill, meaning that they were supposed to have voted on the $2,000 stimulus package by itself. But show you how they play games in D.C. Mitch McConnell, when the bill came to the Senate, he added a couple of extra bills to that package that nobody, Republican or Democrat, wanted. And this allowed them to vote it down or to not even bring the $2,000 up for negotiations. Now keep in mind, Mitch McConnell and them, they probably sitting at they $500,000 house, getting ready to celebrate New Year's Eve while people are already starting to get kicked out of their homes. I'm gonna be real. I think Donald Trump purposely allowed those the unemployment benefits, the extra unemployment benefits, the moratorium on evictions. I think he deliberately postponed on signing that bill just so a lot of state and federal entities wouldn't have to pay that money to a lot of people, because as what happened December 26th, which was this past Saturday, a lot of people lost their unemployment benefits and now have to go back and re-register. Y'all apologize, man. I'm not angry at the world. I'm just angry at our politicians, man. Please, y'all hit this like button, man, because this video here, this probably gonna be the realest video you see on YouTube in the next 3-4 days. Everybody gonna be celebrating the new year in a summer mode, because a lot of people are gonna be getting kicked out of their houses over the next few days, because Trump deliberately allowed that bill to sit on his desk for a day or two too long. And all that shit was supposed to expire by the 31st of this month. Now, if you're in jeopardy of getting evicted from your home, there are recourses that you can take. One thing you have to do, I know in his last, when Trump did the moratorium, you had to go to the Centers for Disease Control and download this certain paper from them saying that you were trying to pay your bills, such and such, such and such. Well, guess what? Just yesterday, I got a note on my door saying, well, the landlord don't want to work with you. He wants you to move. I don't give a fuck. I'm not moving till January 31st. Because this is what the landlord... See, this is how the game goes downhill. A lot of these people are buying houses. They're throwing maybe $6,000, $7,000 into the house to bring it up to code so that it can meet Section 8 standards. And once they bring it up to code, the Section 8 standards, a house, even though they spent this $6,000, $7,000 on it, the house in the black neighborhoods in Shreveport are not going to be worth more than $35,000, $40,000. Now, these same people who just spent this money, they only want Section 8 people in these houses, so that they can get a guaranteed $700 a month for a house, where if you was buying that same house, you'd only pay $450, $400. Game is sharp, bruh. Corporate welfare. They're talking about black people are lazy and we like welfare, we don't want to work. Man, your motherfucking, your corporations, a lot of people who know how the game go, they get way more welfare than black people do. You're talking about a house that's only worth, if you paying rent, at the most, $500, at the most. But if you was to buy that $35,000 house on just a 20-year mortgage, you wouldn't be paying but $400 a month for a house that you will eventually own. But these landlords, they want people on Section 8 in these houses so they can be guaranteed $700 a month for a house that ain't worth no $700 a month, unless you're buying it and you can make renovations and improvements to it as you see fit. But these landlords ain't finna make no improvement. All they want is a guaranteed direct deposit every month. Now let me show you how that affects you. Don't you know that drives down the property value in the whole neighborhood when you put these houses on Section 8? And then let me show you how it affects you again. Who has to pay? I just say a person on Section 8, they might not pay but $16 a month rent, but the rent is $700. So who has to pay that other $684 per month for this person to live in a Section 8 home? You and I. So again, Mitch McConnell He played the game as rotten and as raw as you could, which allowed him to legally get away with telling everybody in America to go fuck yourself. We're not giving you no goddamn $2,000. Hell, we need $700 billion so we can go over here and continue the war in Iraq. That's basically what your Senate just told you today. We're not giving y'all a goddamn thing more than that 600. Fuck it. You ain't gonna do nothing but go out and pay your bills with it. But yet and still, they overrode a presidential veto to continue these illegal wars where they're killing innocent people over in the Middle East in your name. Talking about they bringing democracy to Iraq, to Libya, to Yemen, to Syria. Have you all looked at the state of these countries since the United States went in and so-called brought democracy to them? The whole countries are nothing but blown up, burnt out buildings. Poverty has increased almost 1,000% in every country that we so-called brought democracy to. But they need money for that war. But they don't have money for us here that's poor. So, I'm wishing everybody a happy New Year's. I was gonna do a whole nother video today. I was gonna do the video and it was gonna be entitled, "You might be deep in the game, but you go, God damn." I gotta go. I gotta take the phone call. That's my son. Y'all give me a second. I'll come back later.